Alright, so the last video I made, after I got done with it, I realized I forgot something kind of important. What if you have two branches off of the same carbon? So looking at this molecule here, we know first off, identify the longest chain. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we know that we're at least working with a heptane. 7 carbons, prefix for 7 is hept. It's all single bonded. A and E is what we end with. Now in this case, we have this carbon and this carbon that are attached to the same carbon in the parent chain. I did not describe how to write that. So in this case, we still would number it so that we're using the smallest numbers possible. For my options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My functional groups would be in 5, or I go 1, 2, 3. 3 is a smaller number than 5, so I'm going to number it that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I have 2 different carbons coming off of carbon number 3. Now, those carbons aren't together, so this isn't one ethyl group here. An ethyl group would be, like if it was, that would be an ethyl group where it's 2 carbons tied together. That's not what we have. We have two single carbons, and before we learned that a single carbon attached to a parent chain gets the prefix methyl. In this case, though, I have 2 of them. So to indicate that there are 2 of them, I would call that dimethyl. So this is where organic chem gets fun, because we have F to indicate 2. But if we're talking about functional groups attached to a parent chain, then we're going to go back to di, tri, all of those. So with one, we said that we have dimethyl. We still need to indicate where those methyls are. So in this case, we said that they were both coming off of carbon 3 from the parent chain. So to indicate that both of those methyls are coming off of that 3, we know one of them's on carbon 3, the other one is also on carbon 3. So 3,3-dimethyl heptane. The reason why we put 3,3 is if I had a molecule that was like, if I have that instead, my mouse there, this is still a dimethyl heptane because I have a methyl group here and a methyl group here. So I still have a dimethyl heptane. But in this case, to indicate my numbering, the numbering's still going to go in the same order. In this case, I have a methyl group at 3. And there's a methyl group on number 4. All right. So you can have more than one kind of hydrocarbon functional group coming off of your parent chain. There's just some things we need to do to indicate that. So if there's more than one methyl, dimethyl. Or let's say that we also had, where's my eraser? Okay, erase that. Well, let's actually change the name now. I don't know how well that eraser's working. Let's say we have that. We have 3 methyl groups now. And this is still number 2. So now to name this one, it's not dimethyl. We have 1, 2, 3 methyl groups. So that'll be trimethyl. And now I just need to indicate what carbons are those methyls on. In this case, this would be 2, 3, 4 trimethyl heptane. Now I do need those dashes in between the numbers and then like the trimethyl, just so I know that those numbers go to those methyl groups. All right, so with that, that should cover it. That should wrap up everything we need for naming branching alkanes. Good luck with the practice.